4 running backs and fullbacks not there. So Ty Montgomery, where do you go to school, Steve?
Stanford.
Yep. It was a couple of years ago. He was the guy you were supposed to pick up, right?
Yeah.
With Green Bay. He's a dangerous offensive weapon. Emmanuel Sanders there.
How good are those Saints uniforms?
Those are your favorites, I know. I like the white pants myself. Saints would miss the extra point. But the Saints defense was really the story of the day. 5 interceptions, a couple of times that I don't know what Teddy was looking at. And we root for Teddy. Yep. We just couldn't figure out who he was throwing it to. It actually was the Saints. Taysom Hill and the Saints rush for $156, and they get an easy win on the road. They will take on the Chicago Bears next week. Saints are one of just 5 teams averaging 30 per this year, and they've been much better than the Bears on the ground and in the turnover game. All right, Seahawks and Niners. Seahawks, your 3 seed. And they're down 16-6 in the 4th. So it's a low-scoring game. Then it wasn't. This is the biggest play of the game because it's 3rd and goal, and Wilson finds Tyler Lockett. They miss the extra point, trail by 4. Get the ball back. Wilson, so dangerous, picks up 16. Then later in the drive, 4th and goal. Lockett, run across the formation, perfect pass in the Iowa State end zone. To be fair, no one knew that we'd be playing a game here in the stadium on this day. C.J. Beathard gets sacked by Benson Mayowa. Seattle would score. Then San Francisco would score. It was significant to some moments there late. Lots of points, a lot of stuff happened there. Speaking of which, a look at next week's spreads courtesy of Caesars William Hill. Most lopsided line, that game we just talked about, New Orleans laying 8.5, I should say, to Chicago. 2 home underdogs on your card. Tennessee getting 3.5 from Baltimore. And after squeaking out a win against Philadelphia, Washington will be catching 7.5 at home against Tampa Bay. Washington was leading 17-14 against Philadelphia when Jalen Hurts was replaced by Nate Sudfeld. Pederson saying afterwards they were not tanking. Hurts was asked for his take on the situation.
As a competitor, I play to win, and you got to trust coach with that.
Is that playing to win in that situation?
I know coach had a plan to, go about it the way he did, and I believe he stuck to his plan. So.
We welcome in Sal Paolantonio from Philadelphia. And Sal, I believe the NFC East is the fiercest divisional rivalries in all the sport. Everybody's won Super Bowls. Everybody hates each other. Giants fans are going, what's going on with Sudfeld in the game? I think Eagles fans are wondering. Maybe Washington fans are wondering. What do you got for me in terms of an answer of what happened there late in Philadelphia?
Well, I can tell you, first of all, Scott, that the reaction is swift and severe. The Eagles are taking a major hit here. They think it was a disgrace that he went for it late in the game on a 4th down, deep in the territory, and that incomplete pass in the end zone, and then inserting Nate Sudfeld. Even when you look at Jalen Hurts' face on the sideline, he looked puzzled at the turn of events. The game was very much in hand. As you heard from the broadcast, Al Michaels asked Doug Pederson in the production meeting, if the game is close, will you put Nate Sudfeld in the game? And he didn't get an answer from Doug Pederson. So the reaction in town is, to quote Herm Edwards, you play to win the game, right? And then the beginning of the week, Jim Schwartz, a defensive coordinator, said, we're not going to let somebody celebrate on our field with hats and T-shirts. And yet that's exactly what the Eagles wound up doing, just for maybe 3 positions in the first round.
Well, we don't have a ton of time, but a real quick thought, just your opinion. You know that city and that field as well as anyone. If it's filled with fans, could they have done that?
I think people are going to be outraged for a long time by this.
Sal Paolantonio, as always, finger on the pulse in Philadelphia. Appreciate you, Sal. Be well. Washington football team win and in against Philadelphia in the NFC East. New York had survived Dallas earlier in the day. They were watching and in the very odd position of rooting for Philadelphia. It's 10-0 Washington. Jalen Hurts, dangerous, rolls out and into the end zone Eagles cut the deficit to 3. Same score. Hurts steps into one. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside makes the catch through the contact. Drive continues. Very next play. And Hurts, dangerous. Arms and legs can hurt you. He's the first Eagles quarterback with 2 rushing touchdowns in a game since Mike Vick in 2010. And the Eagles, bang, bang, gang, they got a 4-point lead.
Happy.
Right before the half, this was a huge drive from Washington. Alex Smith had missed a wide-open receiver on the play before, but throws it up to Logan Thomas. The former quarterback himself is now a full-fledged tight end. Washington leads by 3. Late going in the third, J.D. McKissick has been a frequent target from Smith, but he bobbles, and Marcus Epps makes a hell of a play. He's trying to make a tackle and then makes the interception off the bobble. So Philadelphia's in good field position, 3rd and goal. Hurts, that Washington rush ferocious. He can't connect with Hurts. So Doug Pederson, always aggressive in these situations. Philadelphia still very much competing, right? Uber aggressive. Why not settle for 3? No, they're trying to take the lead. Hurts cannot convert. And now, Hurts shaking his head. Looks like he said it ain't right. Giant fans are freaking out. I mean, freaking out. They're like, Nate Sudfeld's in the game? He's picked Jeremy Reeves for Washington. That was effectively a punt. Washington takes over. But after a Smith interception, again, there's Sudfeld. Montez Sweat pokes it loose. Chase Young, I thought he might score. And the way Washington's offense looked, that was their best chance to score. Jason Kelsey snap a little low. Sudfeld can't pick it up. Washington gets a field goal. Now, Giant fans, you guys are crying. I get it. You had a double-digit 4th-quarter lead on this field. Win that game, and you don't need any help. But now, Philly jumps on 4th and inches, and everybody's, again, like, Philadelphia's tanking. Well, they competed for 3 quarters, which is what makes the whole thing so strange. 3rd and 5. Can Antonio Gibson get to the line? No. Washington decides this time we'll kick it away. And Philadelphia, Hail Mary? No, let's just throw a check down. Let's just complete a 4-yarder. All right, so everybody would love to know, Coach Pederson, what was going on with the quarterback switch?
Yes, I was coaching to win. Yes, that was my decision solely. Nate has obviously been here for 4 years, and I felt that he deserved an opportunity to get some snaps. And listen, if there's anything out there that thinks that I was not trying to win the game, I mean, you know, Ertz is out there, Brandon Graham's out there, Darius Slay's out there. You know, all our top guys are still on the field at the end. So we were